And good evening and welcome to JL Butch Stoker Stadium for tonight's matchup between number 17 ranked Glenmora Wildcat Soccer versus number 19 ranked Rapides Mustang Soccer. I'm here live with Danny Clear, who's going to be on the broadcast with me, and our producer's Chuck Perkins, who's helping us. This is 446 Sports, and excited to be here. Nice cold evening. Glad we're in this press box. look forward to this matchup. This is a great district rivalry. And before we go to that, I'd like for Chuck to take it away and tell us exactly, Chuck, what 446, how it came about, and what it stands for.
Well, that's a really, really tall order for such a short fellow that got it started. But Doug Gann is the one founder of, and if y'all know Doug, you'll understand where that came from. He's founder of 446 Sports. And way back at some point, he had a vision of bringing some notoriety and attention to our athletes here in Central Louisiana. And so came up with the idea and started making things happen while he was at some different jobs and whatnot, doing things. And so we're able to bring video instead of just audio to the viewers, and they really enjoyed it. So people have asked, well, why don't you call it 318 Sports? Well, 446 Sports is founded on Ephesians 4:4-6. And in that it says, there is one body and one spirit, just as you were called to one hope at your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in all. And that's what our 446 Sports is all becoming one, all coming together as one, and understanding that we have really one purpose. It's, to reach out, and for us, one of our missions here is to bring notoriety and some attention to our athletes here in Central Louisiana. And we've enjoyed that in all the different things that we've been able to broadcast between football, which is a big thing at the beginning of our, what we call our season, if you will. Is really what we kick off with. And we have soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, and we have some other things that are coming up. Matter of fact, next week we'll get into in a few minutes. But we also do things with homeschool, the ASL homeschool network, if you will. And but we'll get into that a little bit more later. But that's the 446 Sports message, if you will.
Yeah, that's excellent, and appreciate Doug allowing us to do this. Appreciate Doug allowing us for me to be a part of the Alexandria Senior High football season. We really enjoyed that, and look forward. This is our fourth soccer match that we've broadcast. There's been 3 Menard matches so far with 446 Sports this season. This is our fourth, and first one Danny Clear's been on, and I appreciate Danny. Danny's a longtime friend and a good soccer person to really help. So, Danny, why don't you give us a little detail on the two teams in this match tonight?
Hey, thanks, Nick. Yeah, so I've been involved with some streaming but this is the first production quality that I've been involved with. So this is exciting to be involved with it. So coming into the games, Nick had mentioned that we're got a district matchup here between Rapides and Glenmora. Rapides comes into the match at 6-4-2 and 1-1 in district. Their power ranking currently is, as of the last update, was number 19. And then they're facing Glenmora. They're coming in at 8-5-3 with also a 1-1 district record. And they're sitting at the 17th spot in the power rankings. So they're perilously close to earning a home game. So this is a pretty important matchup, not only for a couple reasons, not only for it being a district game. It's going to be important to both teams to see where they're going to land in the playoffs. Both teams have already matched up with the leading team in the district, Menard. So this is probably going to go a long way in determining the top order of that district. Not done yet. Another week left, a week and a day left of the season. And I think they both got Grace coming up.
Yeah, actually, Glenmora and Grace play on Monday. Rapides beat Grace a little earlier last week, 5-0. So this is pretty much probably for who's gonna be in the second place position. Right now, like I said, Grace and Glenmora play Monday. Grace still has Delta Charter. Actually, Glenmora beat Delta Charter the last game they played in. So so this is probably this is going to be the between this game and the game against Grace is going to determine probably who's gonna finish in second, third, and fourth. Like I said, Rapides coming off that loss Thursday night to Menard 7-2, but Coach LaRue was very excited with the 2 goals they scored. They were quality goals in the run of play. They weren't fluke goals. So And then earlier in the year, Glenmora had lost to Menard 8-0. So Menard's in the driver's seat in the district, which is not uncommon. Although last year, Grace Christian was the boys champion. Little plug there for my former team and Coach Flynn and Coach Decker. Hopefully they're listening to the broadcast. But the thing about this game, Danny, it doesn't matter the records. It doesn't matter. Yeah. This is a game that they, these guys, they love to play. They look forward to it. They talk a little trash to each other.
As a cliche goes, yeah. They circle it on their schedule early in the season and know when this game's coming up. I'm sure these guys know each other, obviously, outside of being from the community. They know each other outside of schools, and so yeah, it's probably a fun game for them. Gets spirited, I would imagine.
Yeah, and it's actually a very good crowd for the temperature tonight. This 7:15 kickoff that we're about to have. It's 35 degrees, feels like 27, and in the press box
it has reached 50 degrees in the press box. So.
Yeah, we have one heater up here, had two going, but the second one tripped the breaker, so we can stay on the broadcast. We're going to take one for the team and only use one heater. How's that sound?
And I'm glad it's at least reached a little bit because I was getting tired of y'all hugging on me so much.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. But once again, that's our producer, Chuck Perkins. You're going to get to know Chuck very well for a lot of the dad jokes and the humor. Tell you what, before we start, Chuck, why don't we go to a break? And then we'll come back with the starting lineups and the kickoff.
All right. You're watching a 446 Sports presentation of Central Louisiana High School Athletics.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we're back. I'm going to start with the Glenmora Wildcats starting lineup. We have number 4, freshman Nicholas Miranda. We have number 6, junior goalkeeper Jace Nolan. Number 7, senior Jose Carrion. Number 10, sophomore Jose Mendez. Number 11, senior Junior Aguilar. Number 12, junior Abraham Sierra. Number 14, senior Mauro Galvan. Number 15, senior Juan Hernandez. Number 16, sophomore Yvonne Patina. And number 17, freshman Oscar Moya. Number 21, senior Julio Beltran.
And Glenmora is going to be in the white uniforms tonight. Is that correct?
That's correct. Glenmora's in white. Soccer's different, Chuck. We have where in soccer the home team wears their darker color to kind of go with the schools, and we'll get the Rapides starting lineup to you as we go. Clearance there from Rapides, so Glenmora with the throw in right here at about the 45 of the football lines, maybe closer to the 40. So, and once again, this is a rivalry game, excitement for these two programs. They've been playing soccer now for over 10 years, and really, really great to see two schools like that who didn't have soccer back when I played involved with it. We have a Rapides throw in here.
They both developed strong programs throughout the state. I've had both of their games this year as a referee, and Nick, you tell me, but I think like they're similar styles in play.
Yeah, very much so. I will say that chances are, unlike there's our first foul of the match here. We'll say, unlike the other night when on the Rapides Menard broadcast, Rapides should probably have more possession in this game. Here's the in-swinger coming in, being cleared by Rapides, and now Rapides is on the counterattack. That's Evan Burke on the counterattack. He plays it to Chucho, as we call him, and Chucho wins it back, and back to Evan here. Evan's going to drop it back to, looks like number 12, who is Chris Harris, and he swings it to the other side here. These numbers are kind of small, so bear with us until we get to see them a little closer. We're way in the press box, which I'm not complaining because it's warm, but it is a little harder to see the numbers this evening.
Looks like Coach LaRue is playing 5 in the back again.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got number 2, which is John Hernandez in the back. He's got number 15, Eduardo Rubio in the back. He has Chucho start number 28 in the midfield. He's got number 14, Alex Martinez on there. He has number 10, Aaron Gonzalez. Number 11, Jose Luca, which I thought he was actually going to be man marking Calderon on that, but it looks like he's going to play them straight up and probably try to win the ball and keep possession. That's probably how they're going to try to contain Calderon there, is to keep the possession. We're 3 minutes into this match, and looks like pretty even so far. What you think, Danny?
Yeah, I think so. Of course, this is got to be a little different for both of these schools getting to play on this turf. It's wider than what they probably normally play on, so it's probably going to take them a little bit to get used to find their spacing. But both of them are equipped to use it. So
that's Aaron Gonzalez, which he had a great game against, and he's on the break here. He had a great game against Menard the other night. He had the first goal and he had the assist. And a real quality player for a sophomore, number 10 for Rapides.
I was there for that first goal. That was a quality strike.
Here we go, back to number 14 here, who's Alex Martinez, who loses the ball there to Calderon. Here's Gonzalez here. They get a cross here. Feeds it across. Evan Book with just over. So first shot of the game for both teams, and that's Evan Burke on a shot. I'm not going to say it was on goal, but great cross there by Aaron Gonzalez, and Burke on the backside here trying to put it in. Goal kick, Glenmora. Chucho here with the win. Drops it back to Luca back here. Luca's playing it through. That's Guillermo up top. Guillermo with the shot. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Glenmora. Yep. So for Rapides off of Glenmora. First corner kick of the match. And it looks like it's going to be an outswinger here, which the other night we noticed that, especially with the wind conditions, that the outswinger is probably going to help on this end of the field. Ooh. Goal! Goal Rapides, number 7. Looks like Evan Burke with the header there. And that's an assist, goes to Aaron Gonzalez. So Evan with his second shot, first on goal, and with the goal, and Aaron Gonzalez gets the assist. So Rapides up 1-0.
On the clock, it was 35-26 about.
4:46 into the game, right?
Yes.
Is what I just looked at my watch. So little plug there. But excellent start for Rapides, and this is something that Coach LaRue was talking about. He didn't want to give up an early goal against Menard, and he did, and he wanted to try to get a quick goal here, and he was able to do that. So Burke here with the turn, plays it. Oh, loses the ball here to number 4, which is Nicholas Miranda here. Now it's up to Chucho. Oh. Ball was going to call a foul before the ball goes out of bounds, which is a little trip there by the Glenmora player number 4, who is Nicholas Miranda here. Or was it a throw? I think he called it on the ground, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's on the ground. Okay.
But I will say this. From here, this is my first time seeing a soccer match from the field. The line is, this far up, the line is hard to tell distinct between purple and black.
It is.
It is. That is correct. And that's Alex Martinez playing across here and he gives it back to Martinez. He's going to try to take it to the corner and across, and ball's out of bounds for a Glenmora throw-in. So, yeah, especially where it says Alexandria Senior High right there with that purple. You are correct, Danny. It's hard to tell.
It almost would have been good for him to change that lettering from black to, or that line from black to white right there on that section.
Yeah, I guess so. It's probably not as bad for those
the
guys.
field,
Yeah.
But it's just hard to win a throwback.
See what kind of throw Martinez has here. See if he can't get inside the 6 to try to, that's a great throw.
It is for a big field.
Yeah.
You get on those smaller fields.
And Glenmora cleared the first one, but now Rapides back and shot was deflected. Chucho took the shot there and deflection, and keeper makes the save. That's first save for Jace Nolan.
All right, so I've always called them goalies. So they're goalkeepers? Is that the actual term for it now?
That's one of my pet peeves.
Okay, I'm sorry. Growing up, that's what we called them.
Yeah, well, if you Google goalie, you'll see about the first 12 searches that you find will have hockey goalies.
Oh, okay.
So we have goalies, and which, I mean, people do call that, but my pet peeve is we have goalies in hockey and we have keepers in soccer. And, of course, that's kind of my background. For a number of years, I was a keeper.
Okay.
So that's the way we prefer it. And Glenmora clears the ball out here, but it goes right to Chucho, who's crossed over here to Burke. Burke's going at him. See if Burke gets a shot off here. He does. I'm sorry?
No, he's got a really good left foot. I'm surprised with the amount of possession that Rapides has so far. I know you mentioned it, but they're using that space wide really well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that was kind of encouraging for Coach LaRue here. Oh, that's a great through ball if he's on. Oh, but I guess there was a touch by the defender that brought it back to the keeper. But that was the first handball call of the game back here in Glenmora's favor. It was on Rapides.
I was going to tell you, back whenever I played soccer before junior high, shortly after dirt was invented, I believe. That's what we called them, because I guess there was no difference between hockey and that for us back then. So
Yeah, and I mean,
lots have changed since then.
Well, and like I said, it might be something that that's more on me than on the common person, the common soccer person. But so Glenmora now with the attack here to number 10, who's Jose Mendez, and that's cleared there by Rubio, Eduardo Rubio on the clearance there. We got Miranda here on the throw. And Glenmora getting a little momentum here. One thing I will say, Danny, as well, is Glenmora will play with 6 in the back. That's a unfortunate bounce there. So Rapides for Glenmora. So Rapides to throw in here. Martinez throwing it in. It's won by number 10, who is Mendez again. Mendez is all over the place here. And here's Burke with the run. See if he can't find somebody forward, or maybe he just beats everybody. Great tackle there by Hernandez from Glenmora, and Rapides with the throw. I will say this, that Caleb Brown, who's a former girls coach and assistant boys coach at Rapides, is listening to the broadcast and was polite to me at one text, and is kind of being a little more mean to me on this second one. He says a keeper is only a life life coach. So thanks for listening, Caleb. We miss you guys. We miss you up here. I know Coach LaRue does, but I hadn't been able to really follow you much down there, but hopefully everything's going well down there for you and your family.
And I thought you were a farmer, Nick.
Here's Martinez with the throw. He drops it back to Chucho. No, it's not Chucho. It's 17. That is
great turn.
Yeah. That's Gavaz. That's Chavis that had the one. That's Luca with the cross in. Now that's Chucho. They got Chucho pushed a little higher right now. Looks like that's going to be a clearance by Glenmora for a throw for Rapides about the 40-yard line of the football, which is 10 yards from the midfield line here in soccer as well.
So how long is a soccer field?
Well, this one
width
here
and length?
This one here is 120, and it's every bit probably 70 wide. It's 120 yards long, obviously, because it's on the end line of the end zones.
What's the regulation? I mean, what does it have to be?
You can be 100 by 52 is the shortest, as the narrowest and the shortest you can be in high school.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's some NFHS. I think it's 100 yards long is the shortest you could be by 50, the width of a football field, which some of them 52 and a half, some of them 53. So so yeah, that's where we. Now, one good thing about Alexandria redoing this is they got rid of the pit, the long jump pit, which used to be an issue with making this field wider, and that was another thing that we had when we were in school when we played. We had a district rule that everybody had to play the same width. It was a district rule. And I always used to pick on Coach Campbell from Pineville because they played more direct. Coach John Ball Sr. was the soccer coach there with Campbell, and they played English style Route 1 soccer. So he liked that narrow field, and they got up and down the field. And I always wanted a little wider so we could maybe have some possession. But that's another foul there on Rapides. So Glenmora's going to have a free kick here. This game's being played in between the 30s right now. So looks like Glenmora's kind of settled in. Ball here, see if it gets through to the keeper. I'll watch the bounce on his turf, and that's Marler there. Won't give him the save, but he's there to make the play. What you think so far, Danny?
Yeah. I mean, I think middle third of the field's where most of the action is. They're still, like you said, Glenmora's still trying to find their feet, probably trying to get Jose the ball a little more, because he is one of the better players in the area. If he can get loose, I would put him up there with most anybody.
Yeah, I haven't seen him this year, but he's out on the left side. I don't know if that's a tactic that Coach Richmond and Coach Rubio are trying to use to kind of like Hicks did the other night.
Correct.
Maybe they saw something in the broadcast where Hicks took advantage of that left side, and but I know last year whenever I watched him play, the few times I watched him play, he was more central.
He moved around games I've watched as needed, but he moves so well without the ball.
Yeah.
That even if he's over there on the left side, he'll make his runs.
Luca plays it up here. This looks like it's Guillermo, if I'm not mistaken. It looks
go
like
out for a corner.
Yeah, he won a corner as well. That's they switched the point of attack there, switched it from the left side to the right side, went at him, tried to throw the ball there, and I mean that's what you want to do. You want to build it up, go wide, and then try to get forward as much as you can. And here we go. We saw the first goal was
Glenmora can adjust.
Yeah.
To the corner.
That's going to be Gonzalez again with the corner. Plays this one into Guillermo this time, but Glenmora clears it out. Gonzalez back. He's on the ball. See what he does. He may go at him. May try to drop it back to Luca. He drops it back to Luca here. Luca with the cross in to Guillermo. It's Guillermo. No, that's Alex Martinez. Excuse me. Now Aaron has it again. Hernandez has it again. He's going to try to cross it. And
another good cross.
Oh, here we go. Ooh.
They got on the end of that. That was a good cross.
Yeah. Kevin Chavez that just missed it on that, but a great ball there again by Gonzalez on that one.
We watched it a little bit the other night against Menard, but he was dangerous against them, showing the same tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We go Glenmora with another goal kick here. After we talked about it being right at the midfield third here, Rapides has made some adjustments and put more pressure on them. Here's a run here through, giving it to a nice give and go there. See if we can get a shot off here.
Another corner. She's gonna save it. Another corner.
I wonder if he must have
Yeah, it looked like he thought it was
gonna be a goal kick.
kick,
Yeah.
because he was there to clear it in time.
They're going to the corner with it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Glenmora player looked like he was he shielded it out, thinking it was going to be a.
Gotcha.
Of course, the referees are never wrong. We know that for sure. I hope Mr. Silver's listening to my commentary. Oh, what a ball here! And that's
That would
that.
go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Burke missed the first one, but Martinez had the shot. So
Oh, they got a deflection on that.
oh, another deflection. Here we go. So we're looking now that Rapides has 4 shots, 1 on goal, obviously, and 1 goal, which was by Burke, assisted by Martinez.
Play it short.
Here's Luca. No, that's not Luca. He gives it back to him.
Come off the line. That's good clearance.
See if we can Chucho here plays it out here to Chevas. See if he can get a cross off. That's a great ball. Oh, good defending there by Glenmora and the keeper. But Rapides is very dangerous to pass 2 or 3 runs down, Danny. First, no, it's a foul Rapides there, yeah.
Got slung down there a little bit.
You know, and I don't know exactly how they, how they do it, but I would have Calderon. I would have him. I'd have Jose on the ball if I was Glenmora.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time for him to start getting the ball if possible. Oh, Mr. Referee, he was not happy with that one.
He didn't.
So
That's one way to get another kick.
yeah, and unfortunately, you don't usually see that happen much, but also, a team like this that you don't get to see that much. Sometimes you don't quite know, how they play. We go Glenmora. Oh, now this could be dangerous. Ball comes across to Miranda here.
Touch it, let him down a little bit.
And Miranda's fighting
wins it
back
back.
for it and gets it back to Aguilar, and Aguilar crosses it. And looks like Patina.
Good win. And he gets the ball out to Aaron again.
And Chucho's making a run, and here he is. Oh, great defending there by Aguilar to win that, and plays it up to Miranda here. Miranda's playing it across to looks like 17, who is Moya, and now Jose has it. See what Jose can do with it. Oh, that's.
I think he tried to get that outside. Got a foul.
This could be dangerous.
Yep.
This will be, 35 out for Glenmora on this one. Looks like number 14. Looks like Mauro Galvan is going to take this. See if he's going to try to chip it in or if he's going to put it on goal. It's like Rapides keeper sneaking out a little bit. I wonder if they see that, Danny.
Yeah.
It's like he's off his line a little bit. Let's see what happens here. And he hits a shot.
Hits
Ooh. Mauro with this shot there. First shot of the game for Glenmora. What you think, Danny?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
So on shots like that, whenever they go to kick it, I've seen them sometimes they have to step off the line. So what is that buffer zone? One, what is it called? And 2, how far is it?
Well, you have a 10-yard diameter away from where the ball's, where a player cannot be, a defender cannot be in that area. So we call it marking off 10 yards pretty much.
Okay.
So and with football lines, it's a lot easier than traditional, where sometimes the referee has to actually step it off. And more with a little pressure here.
Rapides has obviously been able to control a lot more of the possession, and that's allowing them to get more players forward where they had started. Like they had their holding mid and their four backs, and they've been able to creep up a couple players, but that's luxury of having possession.
Yeah, for sure. And here's Guillermo playing it across to, and he loses it here. So Rapides trying to find Aaron. And when Gonzalez has it.
Glenmora does get him. Let's see what goes on.
Oh, that's a dangerous one right here. Now we're 25 yards out for this one. And the other night against Rapides, Jesus Mata, who we call Chucho, was he took this free kick against Menard, and Ozier from Menard made a wonderful save. So he may pressure Jace Nolan here with this one if he can get it on target. Low deflection from Glenmora. So We have another
for a corner?
Yep, another corner kick here, and this is where the game can change quick. You know, you keep giving corner after corner after
Right.
corner, and eventually, well, we saw one win in, and we saw that there's a good chance. Now this one's actually going. It's an end swinger. This is going to be taken by Gonzalez again, but this one he's going to be swinging this in. So let's see what kind of. Oh, he drops it back to Chucho. Oh, goal kick here.
Glenmora's holding their line whenever he plays that back and keeping him on.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say that, Danny. That you know, as long as they're holding back like that, that second ball back to the initial kicker is gonna be dangerous. And we've been joined in the press box here by our local referee assigner, but we are not going to give him a microphone at the moment. We might try to talk to him a little bit. Mike Silver has joined us. Thank you for being here, Mr. Silver, and hopefully you're watching so we can get another view on YouTube or Facebook. Here's a great through ball here. Got 17, which is Moy on the ball.
Good recovery.
Yeah. And we got a foul here coming out. But, you know, I'll take that because not many forwards actually go after and defend. Usually they lose the ball, they pout. So I'll take that. He was trying to get the ball back and worked hard. That was what Aguilar for Glenmora, if I'm not mistaken, number 11.
That was one of the few times Glenmora's had somebody up top to make a run. They're dropping back so far that even their counters, they're not able to get a lot of pressure on the back four of Rapides.
Yeah, and so far this is kind of as expected. We expected Rapides to have a little more possession and Glenmora to try to get some off the counterattacks, but it was a good 50-50 challenge there. And here's Aaron. He's playing the ball through the. Can't see the number. I think that's Guillermo. Yeah, it's Guillermo with the shot. So,
Wide right, huh?
Yeah,
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
and Evan was making that run on this backside, and I'm sure, you know, if they go back and watch the video, if our cameraman, which he does a great job, will have that on. Coach LaRue will point out that he could have crossed the ball to Evan on the backside. It's a good win there by Rapides on that goal kick. Now see if we can get Jose involved with this game. It looks like Glenmora's just they're okay with just clearing the ball right now and just seeing what they can do up top. Now he's gonna
throw.
Yep.
Glenmora.
Didn't know if he was gonna call that one, but I guess it wasn't enough.
There we go.
There's Miranda over here. Miranda's been active on this side.
Yeah.
You know.
Touch laid him down a couple times,
yeah.
but he's been in good position.
Chucho to Aaron there, and Aaron's playing it through to Guillermo, and great defending there by Glenmora, and they kept possession, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Here we go. This is Chavis over here to Burke.
Run.
Burke on that left foot and cross.
Good cross.
Yeah, clearance by Glenmora.
I like how he was inside and made that diagonal run to pull everybody out.
Yeah, he's made some very good runs over here, and especially with that left. Now he and he can get a shot off with that left foot as well. Is our heater still running over there, Mr. Flynn, Coach Flynn? It's like
Temperature's going up to 51
oh,
degrees.
okay.
Even with Doug not here.
Maybe it's been I guess ever since the mic's been on the mic, I haven't been able to drink my coffee, so maybe I'm getting a little, which is very rare for me to be drinking coffee during a soccer match. But this is a little extreme tonight with the temperatures.
It's still at 33. Hadn't broken the freezing mark yet.
That's good. That's good.
Hey, you know, we'd like to, in Louisiana, and we talked about our seasons. If you don't like it, wait a minute, it'll change.
Yes.
So about 2 weeks ago, it was 75, 80 degrees nearly. Then we've gone through a freezing rain and hard freezes. Good wind here. And then this week we'll go through the monsoon season.
Yeah. That's going to be a Glenmora throw here. So number 17 there, which is Moya. He's been active as well. Miranda over here, and see what kind of throw in Glenmora. Should be around the 20-yard or 15-yard line here. So let's see what Miranda has. Oh, that's a dangerous. Cross.
Somebody stepping.
Ooh, good clearance by Rapides there. That's another thing about this turf, too. With that backspin, that ball's going to stop. We have Galvan here for Glenmora playing it wide, and looks like Gonzalez won that one and now on the counterattack. Great switch of the ball here to Chavis. And now to Burke on the inside.
It's touch. Nope.
Looks like Luca here. Yeah, Luca's winning this one. See what Luca does with it. Good give and go there.
Some pace.
Yeah, we were on the broadcast the other night. Luca, number 11. He was, I don't know. I haven't stood by him, but I'm assuming he's probably 5'4", maybe 5'5", and he was against Hicks. and Hicks, but he hung with him and did well, and he battled, and here's the throw in for Rapides.
Talking about Ryan Hicks from Menard?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lack of communication there on Glenmora's defender, so we have another corner kick here.
It's their third corner or fourth corner.
I've always thought it was funny that the attacking team points to the defender saying, "Hey, get the ball for me." Oh, me. So
I know I've seen a lot of games where they have, like, the kids are out there behind the goal retrieving them and keeping the gameplay going. That's pretty neat.
yeah, it is. It's a lot better for referee. Looks like another corner here, clearance by Glenmora. It's a lot better for the referees as well because they don't have to worry about how much stoppage they're going to give and how much delaying the other teams are the winning team usually does. Another tactic in soccer there.
Probably hard to find somebody in sub-40 weather, though.
We used to pay some of our elementary kids to do it a little bit. There's Burke on the another corner kick.
Hot cocoa and a burger from your local place.
We used to do concession stand, and then
Yes.
then a gentleman named Eddie Mesh started coaching with me, and he started paying them so ours got spoiled.
What?
Yeah, good shout out here to Eddie. Miss you being on the sideline. I'm not going to say I miss being on the sideline with the temperatures like this, but we had some good times out there. If you're listening, Coach Eddie and Coach Jerry and everybody else has been involved on some of the coaching staffs that I've been a part of. Hopefully you guys are listening to this on 446 Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe. It's free.
Please.
Also on Facebook. Thing about Facebook, if there's any background noise or music, it could be stopped. The broadcast will be stopped. So YouTube is probably a little smoother.
And what we've tried to do right now, we're pushing everything just to YouTube right now. We're not sending to Facebook just because of that reason. We've run across a lot of issues with the stream getting stopped by Facebook because of those algorithms that they have in place.
Throw in here by Rapides. See if Guillermo get on it. Nice shot.
Save.
Yep, shot by Guillermo there, Galvan, and saved by Nolan. I've got 2 saves for him this half. And this is our 4th broadcast for 446 Sports of high school soccer, and they just all happen to be within the past 7 days. And we're going to try to. I know Tom and Matt Scalfano from Menard are going to try to do a few more games, and we'll see what our schedule allows us to do.
There's been some interest in Alexandria Senior High and Pineville game.
Yeah, when is that?
It's supposed to be Tuesday, but I think that with the weather, they're possibly looking to move that, maybe.
Okay, that might be one we could look at. I will be in Mobile. For all the soccer people out there who wonder why I was more involved with American football and not soccer, was because my work schedule this time of the year, and then also my grace obligation, which is not as much as it used to be. It really kind of limits my time. Not to mention I do enjoy spending time with my lovely wife, Marlene. That's a shot there by Rapides. And I know Danny Clear is referees as well, and he helps Pineville soccer, and he likes spending time with his lovely wife, Becky. Shout out to Becky. And I don't know about with our kids, though. I mean, we get to spend much time with them.
Not unless they need something.
That's right. Here we go. We got Martinez here with another corner
This
kick.
pressure is going to get to Glenmora eventually.
Chucho with a shot. Ooh. And this is really, I mean, this is really kind of Glenmora's game. I mean, they usually just absorb the pressure, and but like I said, usually with Jose up top, they usually have a few more opportunities. And like I said, I don't know exactly. Here we go. We might get a chance on it here.
That was a good pass in there.
And one thing that Coach LaRue was telling me, just we talk a lot about different things. One thing he was excited about this year was he has some upperclassmen. He has a bunch of junior and seniors, and physically they've grown. Obviously, and they're more the physicality is stronger, and then he's also been able to work on some possession stuff as well. So, and you can see that in this game tonight that they have moments to where they're connecting 3 or 4 or 5 passes.
I've had both these teams I've had when they've played some quality opponents and had some good results. I think I did Rapides and Loyola in the Rebel Cup, and that was a 2-1 loss for Rapides. But against a team like Loyola, that was quality match, and it was a late goal from Loyola that won the game for them.
There's Burke on the
gets this on his left foot.
with the right foot. Ooh. Okay, that's not as close as it looked from here.
Oh, well, that was a deflection for. Looks like everybody moving for a corner, so it might have been.
Yeah, it could have been on goal there.
And then I've done Glenmora twice when they played Leesville, and it was a 1-1 draw and a 1-0 win for Glenmora.
Yeah, they beat Leesville in the Classico tournament hosted by Rapides and Grace Christian combined at Johnny Downs and Tioga High. Well, and Tioga High School as well hosted it. Three of us hosting. Go Rapides with the ball back in, and it looks like
onside.
Well, he didn't make a play at the ball.
Yep.
So looks like here Chavez here with see if he can get a cross off. Plays it back here to Gonzalez. Well, actually to Chucho. See if he can get. And the Rapides will reset here and see what kind of pressure Glenmora can put on them here.
With a little more than 7 minutes left in the half. Still 1-0 Rapides lead.
Yeah, and I will say this. Rapides, I know that they played the Classico. They played a game here. And I know that I think they've played on turf twice, 2 other times this year. So maybe they've made the adjustment a little bit better than what Glenmora has. Here we go with Rapides on the counter. Play up to Guillermo. See if he can play Aaron through. Aaron on the turn. See if we can get Chuchos here. But a great defending by Glenmora here. Just the numbers back. It's just very hard to break them down. Win there by Miranda. Miranda's got a run here going on this right side. But look, Danny, there's him and there's 6 Rapides players, not counting the goalkeeper back. So
that's what I was saying earlier. Even with the counter, even when they have the opportunity to counter, they're defending with everyone.
Yeah, so that might be an adjustment that Coach Rubio and Coach Richmond make at halftime. See if they can't get a little more pressure. Although it's still 1-0, they're in this game. So I guess that might be what they're trying to do. Chucho battling here. They got the ball on that one.
So. Giveaway.
Here's Jose. Let's see let's see if he can make a run at this one.
No,
Just had somebody in the crowd I could hear saying, "Go Jose," So here we go. Guillermo with a drive-in or shot. Let's see here. Looks like a goal kick. So Guillermo's he's been active the past 10 minutes, getting a few opportunities here. What's our temperature now, Chuck? Do you know?
Mickey Mouse still says 33.
Whew. That's good. That I sure did think that by the end of this game we were supposed to be, according to a local, not.
Yep.
Here we go.
He's on.
Miranda's.
That's good defending.
That's one of those there where the momentum of the defender kind of takes you down, so it looks a lot worse than what it is. But here we go with Burke on the. And he wins it back. And
cleared out by Glenmora.
Yeah, number 11 there, Aguilar with the clearance there after Burke wins it back from Hernandez, Juan Hernandez on that one. So Chucho with the ball here. See, get to then a loss here, and let's see, Jose to Moya was there, and now to Miranda. See what Miranda could do with this one. Good defending there. Step in by Rapides defender. He's been very active too. That's Alex Martinez. He's been active coming out the back, and looks like LaRue's giving him the freedom to make the runs up top. Ooh.
Plays it out. Tried to play around.
Yeah, it's Sierra here with the. I'm sorry, that was Chris Harris with the throw in. Looks like he's going to get another one. Or actually, it looks like Martinez is going to come over and take it. See if he can get the ball in the box here. Got to get it past the first defender, don't we? Got Aaron on the backside. Let's see if he.
Ball.
Yeah, it's a great ball. Looks like handball.
Nice
Yeah. Yeah, one of those unfortunate bounces. Of course, he had some heat on that pass. We haven't had any subs this half, have we?
I haven't seen any.
No subs this half so far. So they're going with the same 11. Looks like the whole 40 minutes. We're 37 minutes into this first half. Still 1-0. Rapides Mustangs on top of their crosstown rival, the Glenmora Wildcats.
Midfield for Rapides is just winning everything.
Yeah, back to Luca there, and Luca across to Chucho, and see if he can get another touch. Ooh, a little dangerous there, but Glenmora wins it, and here to Miranda, and see if Miranda could do something with it. It looks like back here to Moya, and let's see the number.
Kind of stepped over the ball.
Yeah, it seems like right when Glenmora has a little run, they just can't complete that extra pass.
Wide.
Yeah, see if we
Aaron
get this
again.
All right, got another question for you.
Sure.
So turf, grass, I'm sure it has its pros and cons both ways. Footwear wise, what is there a change out or a preference
Same.
one way or the other? Okay.
Same, yeah. With the modern day turf, same. They don't have to worry about they don't have to worry about buying extra cleats or. This is my opinion. The only positive about turf is you get to play games like this.
Yeah.
Whenever the weather's bad and field conditions are on the natural grass, but other than that, I'd much rather be on a natural surface.
It is much cooler, I will say that. Except today, but natural grass. Well,
Hey.
we'll get it out here in a few minutes.
No worries. We've been talking about natural gas a lot here lately too with the cold temperatures, so we
My
understand
vocabulary is kind of frozen, apparently.
Well, the thing too is, I'm not gonna say Rapides Parish is behind. We got a foul called up here, but a lot of other school districts have put in turf for most of their schools.
Yes.
And so this is fortunate that Ash, Peabody, of course Tioga's had it, but they're starting to get the turf. Like you said, it allows games like this to get played. But it does a distinct advantage for those teams that get to play on it and practice it all the time. And then even when you go to the state championships,
Yes.
you're playing on turf. At least now.
No, you're right.
There's times where they've had it on grass fields, but right now it's on turf, and so those teams, it's an advantage to know how the ball is played on turf, because it's obviously different in football. Your ball's not rolling on the ground.
Here's a ball played in by Rapides. Let's see how dangerous this is. Oh, nice flick there. Oh, Aaron.
Yeah,
That's a
unfortunate.
handball.
Yeah.
Okay.
He took it off his chest, but it rolled off his arm.
And as most forwards, what did I do wrong? Arms go up, but yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, to piggyback off of what Danny's saying, I had the privilege of going to some away games for Cover Nash, Alexandria football, and yes, most other parishes have the synthetic turf that Alexandria now has, and like you said, Tioga and Peabody. I will say this: I would imagine that Coach Sons from Alexandria and the Coach Noah from Tioga. Here's a play for Rapides. See if we can get the cross off, and nice clearance there by Glenmora. I would imagine their phones have been blowing up.
Yeah, yeah. Particularly with the week coming up.
I know I've been in contact, as a Grace administrator, soccer administrator, trying to utilize their fields as well, because this week coming up, if Nick Miklas is accurate, which he usually is, it's going to be a wet week.
Yeah, and Tug is going to replace their turf this year, but I do believe it's going to be after after season's over, and it might get past right around the time of track and field events.
And that's the thing too, which I can understand. Can understand how these taxes are passed, these bonds are passed and there's halftime. So Chuck, let's go to a break and pay some bills, and we'll come back and talk about the first half when we get back.
You're watching Central Louisiana High School athletics here on 446 Sports.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pine.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
And we're back here at JL Butch Stoker Stadium, and I'm joined by Michael Silver, our local referee assigner, and talking about some things at halftime going into this next week in the playoffs. And Silver, I know you're going to be very busy this week with multiple reschedules and everything. And why don't you talk about how that's going to affect the week? And you're also bringing up the amount of teams that don't have 15 games going into the playoffs.
Yes, it's going to definitely be an interesting week after multiple schools were closed here in Rapides Parish, closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then up further north in the Shreveport area, they were actually closed for the week for the most part. And then Monroe, I believe, was out through Thursday. I think they did go back Friday. But generally when the schools are closed, they don't allow athletic contests for safety reasons, and that's really kind of taken when we're this close to the end of the season, with Monday the 29th being the end of the season. We're going to have a bunch of district contests that have to be played in this week. And as you were talking about earlier, Nicholas is calling for a very wet week here in central Louisiana. So with all the games being played, they're all kind of piled up. I know we're kind of at our limits here Tuesday, Thursday. Wednesday's normally not a big play date, but both Tuesday and Thursday, I think last I looked, was 60-70% chance. So it'll be interesting. The turf fields will definitely be in use, and we'll be playing in some conditions. Looks like we're back underway.
Yeah, back here for the second half. Start second half. Rapides with the kickoff and playing forward. So, Silver, there's probably no chance that LHSA would consider extending the regular season a day or two, huh?
They've really never extended the regular season. We've extended playoff rounds due to weather conditions in various parts of the state where you've had an additional day, and that's kind of been a play-by-ear type scenario. But the regular season, you really can't do it. You have so many weeks. It's such a long season. You only have to get 15 games in. So if you don't get your 15 games in, then it's really kind of something that falls on the school at that point, and not something that LHSA can really change, because you can't alter the state championship schedule because those venues are booked well in advance, so you don't really have the days that you can mess with there.
Yeah, and then the actual, as far as if you do not have 15 games and you happen to be a district champ, you automatically qualify. Here's a play by Rapides, a shot. Oh, nice save by Nolan there, and going to be out for a corner kick. Rapides with the attack this second half, pretty much started the second half like the first half so far. They're on the front foot, and let's see. Looks like Aaron's going to go over and take this corner kick as well, and they're bringing up Alex Martinez from the back, and see if Rapides can get on the end of this here. So, if you're looking at making up games, right, or games that were postponed, are we gonna put district games? District games take priority over non-district games. Oh, nice.
Ooh,
goal.
Looks like we got a goal.
Yeah, it looks like it came off of Guillermo on the head, maybe, but it looks like maybe it might have been an own goal off of Glenmora defender here, but we'll see exactly. I see they're high-fiving. Actually high-fiving. Looks like Martinez, 14 on that one. So we'll go ahead and give him the goal and give Aaron the assist here.
About 38:03 on the clock.
Yeah. Looked like maybe the keeper hesitated from knowing it was coming off his own player, maybe hesitant to try to grab it with his hands there, although that would not be a deliberate pass back by any means, so I'm not sure. Looked like there was a little confusion there.
Yeah, and we don't know his experience, as a goalkeeper, so like you said, it coming off the defender, because he did. He pushed he brought his hands back like that he couldn't touch the ball, and the ball ends up in the back of the net. So unfortunate bounce there for Glenmora. Good bounce for Rapides. And like I said, we're going to give the goal to Alex Martinez, and we're going to say that Aaron Gonzalez has his second assist of the game.
So that makes it 2-0, but 2-0 is kind of, from a referee standpoint, we always say that's one of the most dangerous scores. You don't want to let your guard down here because you never know what may happen. We've got another foul going in. It's going to be a good opportunity for Rapides here.
Hey, Nick, could you qualify something? Because I thought I may have misheard you earlier. You said that if you don't have 15 games but you won your district, you automatically qualify?
Yes. And
okay.
Then what you do is you end up with a 32-team bracket. You could possibly end up as number 32, or you could possibly end up as 31. Just sometimes there are multiple teams who are like that.
So you're seated.
Oh, what another one here! That was a great ball there, and that was a finish by Alex Martinez on the head. His third shot of the goal, third shot of the game, second on goal, and now has 2 goals. And that assist was from number 9, Guillermo Galvan, who played a dangerous ball into the 18 there. And like I said, Alex Martinez with a great finish. And now it's 3-0 Rapides here, in the 44th minute of the game. So Rapides getting a little distance here. But yes, Chuck, to answer your question, there are. It doesn't happen often, but and to be honest with you, and that's another thing, Silver. A question I have is, with the power rating system, the only reason to have a district is if a district champion is not part of the 32, then they sneak in. Am I correct? If you want to look at it.
In other sports, you actually get a point for winning district, which can obviously make a huge difference in in where you're seated. But here in soccer, ours isn't set up that same way. Actually, if you look at our power rating formulas, and Danny probably would be better to speak on this.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we kick you off.
Yeah, there are scenarios to where you can actually get more points. The losing team could get more points than a winning team, which is just a very odd scenario that could happen this point in the year.
Have a throw in here for Rapides on this one, and looks like a player for Glenmora is down. Unfortunately, I'm hoping it's a cramp. He might be. Yeah, it looks like they're stretching his leg.
Great sportsmanship by Rapides there, helping stretch him out as well.
Chuck
it looks like
me in over here, Nick.
So, okay.
But yeah, so and I've seen several people trying to make proposals on you can't lose more points by winning a game than the team you're playing gets for losing the game. And just the formula, the way it works, if you play a 2-win team plays a 20-win team, the 2-win team will get 10 points for the
a
win,
loss.
for the loss.
For the loss, yeah.
And the winning team only gets 7 points for the win.
Yeah.
Just while we're on this injury, you'll see that the referee just beckoned the coaching staff onto the field with a rule change in high school this year. Now, prior to this year, if you stop the clock to deal with an injury, the injured player had to leave regardless of whether or not coaching staff or medical personnel came onto the field. But now you can actually stop, and if you do not beckon anybody on, you can actually stop just to assess, and they do not have to leave the field. So it's a good change that kind of helps, especially in the goalkeeper scenario, since at the high school level we still require the goalkeeper to leave the field if they're treated. But if they just need that extra moment, now you can stop the clock, give them the extra moment, and they're allowed to stay on the field, which I think is very big from a coaching standpoint to not have them go off the field.
And that was number 21, Julio Beltran that was just subbed off with the cramps, and then it was number 7, Jose Calderon, who was also down with cramps. And that's one of the things too with this cold weather right now. People aren't drinking as much as they're drink as much water. People are drinking more hot beverages, coffee, hot chocolate, and everything. So you don't know exactly if the hydration level for the players is good. I know the other night there were multiple cramps in the last game that I was on the broadcast between Menard and Rapides. And those things happen. You still have to hydrate, properly, even though the weather, the conditions are cooler and you don't feel like you're going to need it. And I also wonder if that's why, Calderon here, Jose number 7. I also wonder if that's why, he's not as active in this game. I wonder if he's been, struggling with that, today, this game. So here we go, Rapides, a nice slide tackle there by Glenmora. Glenmora wins it, but Guillermo gets it back, tries to play through to Aaron here. See if Aaron can get a shot off. What a run here. See if he can get deflection. Great adjustment by the goalkeeper there. Nolan, after the shot came off the Glenmora defender with a deflection there. Way to keep his eye on the ball and win it and not give up a rebound.
So I'm like you, Nick. I'm surprised that Jose hasn't moved more to centrally to try to get the ball more, but they're having a hard time getting it out wide to him.
Yeah, it looks like they're blanking him out here. It looks like Luca's behind him. I can't see the number on the defender. It's right in front of number 12, which is Chris Harris, who has also been around him. But see what Glenmora can muster up here. They're gonna have a throw here. Let's see if they. First time they've been down here. First time been attacking third with a throw. Let's see if Miranda has a long throw. If they're gonna bring. No, he's gonna throw it in. Here's Jose. Maybe Jose can get a turn and get a shot off. And that's the kind of stuff. He wins a corner there. That's the kind of stuff we were expecting. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we were expecting from him.
Yeah.
And of course with their schedule, they've played, a few more games this week than Rapides has. So, they might not have the legs under them. I noticed that they had, some games, in the week and Rapides did not play, but Rapides only played one game. They've only played 2 since the break. So Rapides might be a little more fresh as a team. Good clearance there by Rapides. See if they can get on the counter here. Oh, here we go. Oh.
A lot of traffic in there.
Shot there by Glenmora, and nothing comes of it, but that's their second shot of the game. And that was a defender. I think number I think that might have been Moro Galvan again, who be his second shot of the game. It's kind of tough whenever one of your defenders has both of your shots. Oh, Alex, play here to
trouble
Guillermo.
here.
Let's see what we can
Hang
get
up
on this
for
one.
him.
That's a
Okay,
great
that's,
finish. Great finish
composed.
there. That's Aaron Martinez's third assist. Aaron Gonzalez third assist. Guillermo Galvan is his first goal of the game, which makes it 4-0 Rapides in the 50th minute of this game. So they're running away with this one.
That was a quality run, quality ball in, and then the finish was. I mean, he was able to pick his head up, locate the keeper, picked out the corner. It was solid. Solid work from Rapides there.
Yeah, and there's great counterattack, and now you're going to see the heavy legs. Since Glenmora has been chasing for most of the game. See what the referee has going on here. Going to talk to a Glenmora coach.
I'm
not sure exactly what happened. I think there was a question about possible offside, but I mean, it didn't look like it was a close at all. But I mean, I think that's what the question was, just based off of the referee's mechanics or hand motions that he was given to him. Rapides definitely, I don't know if it was halftime adjustments or what, but they've come out in the second half pretty well.
Yeah, and they're and then also with the possession they had in the first half, Michael, it really, like says, putting
cheeky pass.
That was a nice little touch there. Putting more pressure on Glenmora, and if you defend so much, which is exactly what happened to Rapides the other night. Rapides was on the opposite side of this the other night. They were constantly defending Menard, and then they wore out and they started cramping. So, like I said, I think Glenmora's had a few more games since the break, so maybe they have some heavy. All right, and we're back. Sorry, we had a power outage there. It looks like we had too many heaters running in the press box, so we adjusted that, and we're back live. So sorry about the couple minutes. We have a foul here against Rapides, so Glenmora is going to have a dangerous opportunity here to get the ball in the box and see if they can get a finish.
Yeah, I think we had a couple extra people come up in the press box, and they decided they needed some heat. So,
we're not gonna call any names, but his initials might be the same as my last name. So.
I wasn't even going there.
So here we go. Now we got an adjustment here where Rapides going to take their time on this free kick, but we're in the
got about 26 to go.
Yeah, 26 left. So
54.
We're 54th minute here, and another dangerous ball here for Rapides going in. But so Michael, talking about this week, talking about the schedules and stuff. Do you know of any games that have been rescheduled that you can share with us right now, or is it still everything's kind of wait and see?
So there's been nothing that's been rescheduled that was originally scheduled for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week for us. We have several reschedules from this week that have been pushed into next week already, but nothing that's been preemptively. I do know that we've had some games already move. I know Grace will be playing Glenmora on Monday, and they're going to be here at Ash now on the turf.
Yeah, 7:15 kickoff on the boys. Yeah, that's correct.
So this is an interesting
Yeah, it's
I
not
would agree
intentional.
with
It's
that.
not
There.
intentional. So if the thing in question there is the Glenmora player, defender actually hit the ball back to his own goalkeeper, but it's not intentional. So I agree with the referee on there to just let it play.
Oh, he's got him through.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely
See if we can get a
on.
challenge
We
here.
got a one-on-one.
Shot.
Oh, the hit.
Oh,
just wide.
and that's Miranda there on the shot, and he's been very active. And I would say, guys, that he's probably been Glenmore's strongest player, especially on the of the game so far. Would you guys agree with that?
For what they've had, yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
correct,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
You know, trying to be positive here.
I know.
So,
It was a good run. It was a good ball.
very active. He's a player that I didn't know much about coming into the game, but and he's a freshman, so that's obviously why I don't know about him, because last year when I watched their games, he probably wasn't starting. That's a great turn there. Oh, see if he can keep possession. Now he needs to get rid of the ball here. Trying to do a little bit too much there. The Rapids player was number 17 is Chavez trying to make the turn and beat three players there.
I just don't feel like Glenmora is adjusted to the space, the width of the field, like Rapids has.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a large pitch, especially compared to what this pitch used to be prior to turf.
Sure.
Nick, you were mentioning the number of games Glenmora's played since the break versus Rapids. As we look at weather situations from a coaching perspective, how does that look with the number of games that some of these teams that don't have as deep of a bench are going to have to be playing next week because of that?
Well, yeah, and that's key, because the thing is, especially with rosters the size of these two teams and most of the schools in this district, with the exception of Menard, is you usually play 2 games, maybe a third. Here we go with Rapids on this attack.
On another run.
Played it. That's probably
It was the right idea.
Yeah, and
wrong execution, but yeah, he had the right.
Yeah,
right
he's
play. Frustrated
with himself. He put his hands to his face, was frustrated, but especially with having Guillermo and Burke there, Evan there, but that's probably the only pass this evening that he really hasn't connected going across. But yeah, Silver, because you play 2 games. You play Monday, Thursday, or 2 days, Tuesday, Friday usually, and especially coming off the break, because a lot of these guys, this is when they take their time off. They go they go on vacations this time of the year, because a lot of the work. Oh, here we go. Here's a play here for Rapids.
It's going to be opposite side of the field, but about the same distance as one of their last goals that they scored off of. So it'll be interesting to see what they put together here.
This is one where, like I said, Chucho took the one in the first half and took the one against Menard. Well, this one's a little bit further out. Well, he's coming back, so maybe he's going to give this one up. That's Aaron, isn't it? That's Gonzalez on this kick here? Yes, okay. So let's see what he's done. It's the first one we've seen him hit in the past 2 games on these broadcasts. Let's see what he has. It's dangerous. Nice save there by Nolan. Another save. 3 saves, but looks like Burke. Yeah,
couldn't get the handle on it, and Rapids was able to get on the end of it.
Yeah, Evan Burke on the goal there. Just determination. It looks like Nolan had 3 saves on that play. If possibly could have gotten his, could have gotten possession of it on the first one, but didn't know if he wanted to tip the ball over the crossbar, if he wanted to. To try to tip it down to himself, and had a few Rapids players right there, but good determination. Now we're 5-0 here, and we're 59 minutes into the game here. So Rapids really starting to pile on here.
So, Mike, when we got games coming up next week, watching the weather report, looks like stuff's coming in waves when it comes to game time and decisions. Is that the referee? Is that the game day administrator for the school?
Yeah, so per LHSAA policy, up until the time of the kickoff, it falls to the game day administration athletic director coach to make the decision on the playability of the field. Then once it's time to kick off, then that becomes under the jurisdiction of the officials.
And shot there, guys. Shot there by Oscar Moya. That's their 3rd shot of the game. First one on goal. Okay, and save there by Marler. Okay, sorry about that.
No. Generally speaking, though, we're going to try to work together, because our goal is to get the games in, but obviously we want to make sure that we're allowing the student athletes to play the game in a safe, fun, and fair environment, and so we're going to take every precaution necessary to make sure that happens. There's a couple proposals y'all were talking about being tired. There's a proposal up for soccer this year with the annual meeting taking place next week for LHSAA. One of the soccer ones is to allow doubleheaders that would not count as a tournament.
Yeah.
And really, LHSAA has been allowing that in scenarios like what we have here. If you kind of reach out to them on a one-off because of weather where you're needing to do something, they've kind of helped allow that here in the past couple years, and so now they're just going to try to put that in policy. I think it's a good change that helps in scenarios with what we're facing right now.
Poor clearance there by Rapides, but the second Rapides defender comes in and helps out. See if we can get here. Miranda was putting pressure on the ball. See if we can get a turn here by number, looks like 17, which is Moya again, who had the last shot. And let's see, we have a throw-in coming out for Rapides. So once again, thank you for tuning in to 446 Sports. We're grateful that you all, without you all, watching and tuning in and listening. If you don't have the video on right now, we're so grateful. We really enjoy these things. We're going to try to put more soccer matches on going forward. One of the things we do want to talk about is there's a foul there against Glenmora. We're going to be covering Friday at LCU of next week. We're covering the ASL, which is the Association of Christian Educators Louisiana. We're covering their semifinal matches for their varsity soccer, and then that's going to be on Friday, live on 446 Sports. That'll be covered by Chuck Perkins, our producer here, Danny Clear, and Matthew Scalfano, which Matthew Scalfano's come on and helped us with the Menard soccer games and doing a really good job. So that's going to be Friday evening at LCU. They'll be live on 446 Sports. And then on Saturday, we're going to have 3 games. We're going to do the JV final state championship at 10 o'clock. We're going to have the consolation game from the 2 teams who unfortunately don't advance to the final on Saturday from Friday night. Will be at noon. And then the championship game will be at 2 o'clock, all on 446 Sports Live. And those on Saturday will be covered by Chuck Perkins, Matthew Scalfano, and yours truly here. And look forward to that weekend. Look forward to more the 18. Oh, Doug.
Wait, the 8 team, I think it's Friday.
That's correct.
From the lineups I just heard.
That's correct. I will agree with that. I have no problem. But I'll tell you what, Tom Boucher, who's covered our Menard Sports, has been here's a through ball here for what a great switch there. See what Chavis can do with it here on. He's going to be out for out for a corner now. So another dangerous opportunity here for Rapides. But getting back to our crew, Tom Boucher, who covers Menard Sports for 446 Sports, his godson is Matthew Scalfano, and Matthew was a player at Menard and a player for Crossroads, and what an addition that has been for 446 Sports. And I'm excited that I was excited to work a game with him. Here we go, Rapides with the short corner here. Good step there by Moya. Moya's been active, the past 10 minutes as well. See if Aaron can get a shot. Probably doing too much there, guys. He probably and then he fouls, and that's
he's probably earned himself.
Going in the back pocket. Ooh. Maybe.
Can he find it?
I don't know if he can find it.
Well, it's really cold here, so we're trying to get a card out. Let's see what.
It's a red card.
A red card there, and basically what happened there is he just swung and kicked the player, so. And that's obviously discretionary, but that's, is that violent conduct? And then obviously Coach LaRue's not happy here.
And
looks like Coach is just getting booked as well.
Has earned himself hard.
So we don't have replay here to look at it, and the referee's about 5 yards from the scenario that happened, and we're way up here in the press box, so it's kind of hard to say. Obviously there's lots of considerations to look at here. It's what the contact was, the speed of play, the severity, whether or not the cleats were exposed, and a lot of those things we can't tell from the distance where we were.
Well, he definitely kicked. He definitely kicked him. Yeah. I will say that. Unfortunately, you don't want to see that, especially with the caliber of player, that he is, and you don't want to see it going down to 10 men, on this game, but he definitely kicked them. I mean, the ball's gone, and then and like I said, he was doing too much, and he just So when he just he kicked them. So
and then to add on with this, obviously anytime soccer people see a red card come out, the consideration is how does it affect the player. And FHS has different rules regarding red cards. So
yeah, this is the only level of play where you do not automatically sit the next game. LHSAA rules, it's only in the case of fighting that you're mandated or if you've been ejected multiple times.
Yeah, so it was approximately the 63rd minute of this match. You have Aaron Gonzalez with a red card, and he had a very good game going. He had 3 assists.
If we was giving him player of the game at that point, it would have up to the end. It would have been him for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. So we'll see how Rapides adjust. We'll obviously having a 5-goal lead. It's a little bit easier with 15 minutes left, but we get to see how this match finishes here. And sometimes, that's a great ball through. See if Guillermo can get on the end of this one. Looks like Nolan might. Yeah, Nolan got to a great play there by the keeper coming out and winning that ball before Guillermo can get a shot off. So good play there by Nolan. Chucho with the win here, gets it over. See if him and Burke are close. But I will say this, guys. If you look back, Gonzalez. Of course, it's easy for me to say this because I've been involved with this for 40 years, but. He was trying to do too much on that play. He had a drop back that he had a player back. He could have dropped it back and just, something going forward, for players to look at. He could have made a drop back, but he tried to beat 2 players and they stole the ball from him.
Yeah, got frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, there was no injury on the play. That's correct. But
obviously, so Rapides is down to 10 men now, and we'll see if the possession changes at all.
And sometimes what happens with the team with 10 players, sometimes they end up, actually, getting that second wind and really, stepping up and the energy level gets up, so we'll see how they adjust here. But
over 12 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, 68th minute here. Looks like pretty much the same thing with Glenmora here. Looks like they're gonna, try to hit the ball long and see if they can't get Miranda and Moya and Calderon to see if they can't get them, to make a play. And it'd be exciting to see Jose, make one of those Jose runs, here the next 12 minutes of this game, this match. So going forward with if they're not district games played, what's the scenario there? What could happen?
So everything dealing with district is up to the individual district's rules.
Okay.
So really, you can determine a district champion however you want. There's no rule from LHSAA standpoint as to how many district games have to be played. You could do a district tournament at the end. You could decide that you were going to say whichever team with the best power ranking at the end of the year automatically is going to be the district champion regardless of district contests. Really, it's all up to what your district rules state. And in weird scenarios, it would go back to the district chair and them to all the principals to kind of get together and vote on it because you do have to declare a district champion.
Martinez here with a shot.
He chipped him.
Wow.
That's a hat trick for Martinez. Excellent finish there. His 3rd goal of the game on 4 shots, 3 on goal, obviously, and that was just a Glenmora clearance back off the throw, and he chips the keeper there. Excellent finish there. Nothing really Nolan could do on that one. So we were 6-0 in the 70th minute of the game. And then Rapides has not skipped a beat since Gonzalez was red carded. I'm sorry, Silver. So basically what you're saying is districts, with the exception of there possibly a district champion not being in the 32, like I said earlier, that's really the only way it can affect the playoff situation. Correct?
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
which is those of you that have been around for a while, if you remember before the power ranking days, well, I guess before the power ranking days, we had coaches voting on seating. And then, I don't know, that was probably maybe 3-4 years of that. Nick would probably remember. I think he's got more silver hair over there, so he may have a better memory of it.
Yeah.
But before that, you actually just were, it was all your district. First place of this one played second place of this district. So if you had an opponent, you may face them literally every year at the same point, which we
happened
used
a lot.
to see.
That's
Right.
correct. It happened a lot. Matter of fact, we were always with the larger district. Here was always paired up with the Shreveport district and the Monroe district. So the first place would usually get a Monroe team, and the second place would usually get a Shreveport team, and that was just kind of the way it was set up. So yeah, I'm not going to say that I was glad that they went to the coach vote, but it was better than the original setup. But
what you had happen a lot then was because it was pre-drawn.
Right.
You could have your state championship quality match in the second round.
Correct.
Yeah. The only thing that was neat about it is you built some.
There's a dangerous ball in by Glenmora. See if they can get a finish on it here.
They may get a corner out of it. Let's see.
Very good defending there by Rapides, and yep, they do get a corner.
So while they're setting that up, so looks like Glenmora's going to try to take it quick here. Obviously, down several goals with just under 9 minutes remaining.
See if Glenmora can get a goal here and see if they can't get a little momentum going into their next game. Not a lot of movement here. Good defending there. Guillermo with the ball if he can get a turn on it, but he's 1v4 out here. Here comes Burke. Burke giving him some help. There's Chucho for a drop, but goes back to Luca. And Luca, unfortunate there. See if Luca can get this ball back to him. To Burke here. Glenmora defending on this, number 14, Galvan. Mario Galvan with the turn there. And loses the ball here. Let's see. Oh, that one could go out for a. Is it still in? Still in play. Here we go. Jose saved that one. Plays the ball back here. Let's see if Jose can get the ball on the ground and make a play here.
Mike, we was talking earlier. Of course, you probably had a game on this field before, but we was talking earlier about the difficulty from up here between the purple area and the black line. Now, obviously, if you're on the field, it might be a little different, but
yeah, it's still pretty tough. And the other thing y'all were talking about surfaces earlier, I found at least on the games that I've done on this field, he's through again, got a nice cross, but one more clearing it out. That there's lots of slipping and sliding. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if it's just that it's a new turf or what, but I'd almost say some
good move to get it
get
in.
across here.
Across here. Nobody on the backs.
See if Chucho he drops it back here to. It's hard to tell what his number is, but he plays it across here to Luke. Oh, that's dangerous.
A little heavy touch. He's got him in.
There we go. See if we can get a little width here. See if we can drop it back. See if we can change the point of attack here. Oh.
Go out. Nope, he's able to save that.
Drop in here to Luca. Luca might be able to switch it over to. Nope, coming back to this side. Played up at the Burke. Nice run here by Chris Harris. Good defending there by Glenmora for a throw in there. That was number 14, Mara Galvan on the. And let's see here on this. Yep, this is going to be Martinez and his short throw here to Harris. See, that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, yeah. So we're at the 75th minute here. So I think it's been kind of as we expected as far as the possession. I didn't know for sure if Rapides was going to finish this many times, right. But definitely had possession and And
they've done a good job defensively. I mean, whether it's by design or just the way Glenmora has played their tactics, but I would have thought Glenmora would have had a few more chances going forward, but Rapides has done a good job.
Yeah. And now they're keeping possession, and this is where you just really start to wear the opponent out whenever you keep that right. Whenever he's gonna save it. Nope, ball's out. Boy, right whenever I brag about it. That's that announcer's jinx.
It's kind of like talking about a no-hitter.
Yeah, announcer's jinx, Mr. Gann. So thanks.
Mythical. We had that conversation before.
You know, some people have to be.
Heard that, haven't you?
Some people have to be known for something. So for all you guys that don't know, go back and look at 446 Sports and just the shorts of announcer's jinx and see if we can't get a few more views on it. So here we go. Rapides on the possession. Now playing the ball back here. No, they'll probably just, they might go forward with it.
So with this win, Rapides going to move to 2-1 in the district. Drop Glenmora to 1-2.
Yep. Rapides will go to 7-4-2 overall, and Glenmora will go to 8-6-3, which
this will power rankings wise is a good win for Rapides. They likely move them up a few spots. Could get them in the area of hosting a first round game.
Here we go, Jose on this. Let's see what Jose can do here. Get him on his left foot. See if he can get on his left foot. That's his stronger foot. But double team there, you know.
Where's Glenmora currently sitting, Danny?
Glenmora is at 17, and Rapides is at 19. So obviously with the loss, Glenmora's won't be moving up, depending on what happens around them. But Rapides should move up a spot or two at least and get them in the area of hosting.
So Danny, with all the games that still have to be played this week, with so few that did not play last week, or so many that did not play last week, this week, how do you think that's going to affect the power rankings versus what you normally see?
You know, it just depends on what.
Nice ball there from Burke. See if Harris can get a cross off here. Oh, a little much. A little too much on it. But
it depends on what people had at the back end of their schedule. Some of them were counting some games, maybe some non-district games that they had maybe some power ranking boostings and if they're having to reschedule some of these district games that maybe might, even with a win, might hurt their power rankings. It's just going to depend.
I know Menard boys were headed to ESA, and I'm not sure what the status of that game is, but that's a huge matchup,
sure.
Not necessarily from a power ranking standpoint, because I don't know that it would.
Well, I mean, I think if that game got played, the winner of that game likely is the number 1 seed, and the other's number 2. So if that got played, that could.
And I mean, obviously there is a difference between 1 and 2, but
correct.
Playing in a neutral site for the final, you're still going to get to host every game you could possibly host as 1 or 2.
You're right.
So,
and in the run of just a second ago, we had a sub. We had Paul Trincali coming out for Rapides and being replaced by Eduardo Rubio, one of the few subs that we've had in this match. We're in the 78th minute, almost 79th minute here, and not many subs in this match. Matter of fact, I think Glenmora's only sub really has been the injury, if I'm not mistaken. But so going into next week, you were talking about, so basically 1 through 16, we did 1 through 16 host, and 17 through 32, travel, and then it's 132, it's 231, 330, so you can do the math that way. So both these teams are on the fringe of like Danny said, the hosting a match, and that first, and you have a 16-17 match or a 15 18 match, and I mean that's if you host that can make a big difference in my opinion. Here we go, Rapides with a chance here. Chucho with a shot. That's might have come out the outside of his foot. I didn't know. It looked like it might have been, but he's not asking for a corner, so must come off the outside of his foot. But
what's the importance to Mr. Silver to know what kind of playoff games he'll have in the area?
Yeah, we'll see. So in soccer, different than many of the other sports, it's not assigned by LHSAA. The coaches, by mutual agreement, agree. So you will see local.
Chucho on a run here after a misplay by Glenmora.
Oh.
Gets a shot off and save. And
to keep it in.
So she's.
I think.
That was really close.
Yeah,
I couldn't
whether
see.
he
It looked
kept
like
it
the
in
AR
or-
maybe.
I would have thought if it was out, it was a corner, but.
Right.
Foul there by 17 from Glenmora, Oscar Moya, and we ought to be very close. We're at the almost in the 81st minute here. I don't know how much stoppage time.
Yeah, obviously
there'll be.
we've had the goals where the clock stops, and we had the multiple cards where the clock would stop as well. We also had the cramp situation, so we could easily have a little bit of time left here.
This is where. There we go.
Final whistle.
As a coach, you're looking for this whistle. So we're going to take a break here. You're listening to 446 Sports. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back, and we'll name our Quibidos, player of the game. So take us to break, Chuck. All right, and we're back here. The final of this match, this high school soccer match, District 3, Division 4, District 3 match between Glenmora Wildcats and the Rapides Mustangs finishes 6-0 with the Mustangs from Rapides being victorious. I want to mention our Quibidos player of the match, player of the game here is Alex Martinez, number 14, a junior from Rapides. 3 goals, so he had the hat trick and a great game for him. Was also very dangerous on his throw-ins. Just excited to bring this match to you all. Thanks again for listening to 446 Sports. Danny, what do you think? What do you think about the match tonight?
For a crosstown match, typically you would have thought this would have been a little closer, but Rapides come out with a good game plan. They executed. Was able to finish some opportunities, and I think it got away. I think you talked about it. Glenmora, might have been a little tired legs, but all credit goes to Coach LaRue and Rapides. They had a game plan and executed, and got a good win.
Chuck, what do you think about your first experience with Rapides Glenmora soccer?
I tell you what, and a buddy of mine is a principal out at Rapides. I have to shout out to him. Jeff Hickman.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's done a great job out there. It's a solid group. Looking at this Rapides squad out here that's playing soccer. Again, I played soccer when I was a kid. I was about as round as the ball was, and that might have been why I was in the goal back there. Or what do they call it? The forward that's closest to the goal? Or is it at the back? I forget. Anyway, I was the guy back there at the back that only went up so far and didn't have a whole lot of running around to do. And I was quite thankful for that. But watching these out here, they get after it. I'm telling you what, the smaller schools really play hard, and it seems like they play harder. And just like we've talked about in basketball, especially in girls basketball, I think soccer is one of those sports that it doesn't matter really what your classification is. It's kind of an equalizer. You still just got to put the number of people out there. And if you got the athletes, you're going to compete no matter what your classification is. If it's B, C, A, or 5A, I mean, you have more of a pool to pick from the bigger schools. But it just does seem like it could be an equalizer situation in this sport.
Yeah, and you're correct. And then, being the rivalry Danny was talking about, and we talked about earlier, was hoping it'd be a little bit closer, but like I said, Rapides took care of business this evening. Thank you again for listening to 446 Sports. This production put on by 446 Sports, a soccer match of these two rivals of, like I said, District 3, Division 4. Be listening. Look on our Facebook page. Look on our website. Look on our YouTube channel for the future broadcasts coming up. It's really going to get going here. We have a lot of basketball that we're doing now. We're about to start, with baseball and softball. And like I said, we have the ASL state championships and the consolation games this weekend. So once again, thank you for listening. And on behalf of Chuck Perkins, Danny Clear, Michael Silver, I'm Nick Magnano. And thanks again and good night.
Good night.